So this is my 2011 Chevy truck, and we have a little bit of a gas leak issue going on. So I'll show you here in a second. Right in there. I believe it's going to be a fuel line because when it's running, we have fuel going all over the place. Come on. Wait for it. Yeah, see it starting. That'll become a steady stream here. Yep, there we go. So, nothing to do but get at it, I guess. So this is just the gas that's leaked out and the time it took to back it into the shop here. So clearly a substantial leak. A couple different ways to go about this. Up here in salt country, everything gets pretty nasty. Some people actually cut a hole in the bed here and then patch it after the fact, or drop the gas tank, which would probably be the normal way of doing it. But as you can see, with all the salt and corrosion around here, a lot of times you end up breaking the straps and breaking other gas lines, and it's of course it has about 3/4 of a tank, so 15 gallons or so in there, which is a fair amount of weight to deal with while you're trying to unhook the wiring harness and the grounding strap and all that. So I think what we're going to do in this case is take the box off. Give us access to the top of the tank. We can fix whatever needs to be fixed. We don't have to pull off the wiring harness or the grounding strap. It's about the easiest way I can think of doing it without cutting a hole. So, be back in a bit. Got it lifted up in the air just to make things a little easier. I was going to take the spare tire off. However, the little mechanism that brings it down doesn't seem to be working. So I guess we'll take a look at that while we're in here. And then there's the bolts. I don't know if you can see that in that little hole there. Anyways, in that hole there's a big bolt holding on the box. It appears that there's a series of I'm not sure how many there are. I think there's 6. So I guess we'll get at it. This is one of them that is refusing to come out, as you can see. I'm trying to get you in here. Whatever the fastener is on the other side of that, and not to assume, some description is spinning. And this is right by the gas tank, so I don't really want to use a torch to cut it off. With all this leaking gas down here and presumably some on top of the tank, it seems like a bad idea. Also got the wiring harness running right there too, so I might have to grind this one off. The other one that's spinning is up in a pocket in the frame rail up in here. I can't even get at it with a grinder, so that one I might have to burn off. We'll see. Well, got all 6 of them out. This one I had to drill and die grind, and it was clearly, you can see it was a pain. The 6th one isn't here because I ended up grinding off the head with a angle grinder to get it off, because it was spinning in its location too. So we're all set to start lifting, which we're going to get to right now. Well, we got it up. I don't know if you noticed, but there was actually 2 more bolts that I had to pull out that I didn't see when I originally looked at it. Back here in the back, actually, right there. Those fortunately came out fairly easy, and as predicted, look at that mess. Right at that bend on the fuel pump assembly. So need to get this up and out of the way and secured some way. It's not all that heavy, but it's more than you'd want dropping on your head or your hand. So figure out how to do that, and I'll be back with you. Here's the fuel pump assembly out. Here's your gas gauge sensor. As you can see, it was quite messy to get it out. This part here, actually had to get some help and have somebody hit on one side while I hit on the other. And as you can see, it took a fair amount of beating to get it off there. It was quite rusted on, not only on the little tabs here on the end, but right here on the fuel pump too. It was just nasty. So finally got that off. I got to clean up a little bit on the top of the tank and get that ready. The new fuel pump is coming, and the ring is right here. So be ready to do that as soon as the pump gets here. Here's the new fuel pump installed. As you can see, this one has a plastic top, so won't have the rust issue, except maybe on that nut on the outside. So glad to have it in. Now just a matter of putting the box back on, which shouldn't be that hard. I hope you all enjoyed this, and have a nice day.